In moments of instability, when uncertainty looms, all eyes in the team will turn to you. They don't just look to you for solutions. They look for calm, steadiness, and the confidence that things will be okay. That's when a culture built on trust and collaboration is no longer a nice slogan, but the foundation that keeps the team from drifting off course. To build that culture, a leader must understand that transparency is not a weakness, but a form of strength. When you share everything openly, even bad news, you send a quiet but powerful message of self-respect and accountability. The truth might make people uncomfortable for a moment, but ambiguity makes them anxious in the long run. Simon, a young CEO I once knew, went through a major financial crisis with his company. Instead of hiding the plummeting numbers, he stood in front of the entire team and said, "I don't have the answer right now, but I have all of you, and I trust our collective effort." That transparency and trust helped the team come together to find a solution and turn danger into opportunity. Simon understood one thing: a leader's greatest strength is not always having the answer, but never hiding the question. There's a quote from Epictetus that I always remember. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." It doesn't matter what hits you: uncertainty, failure, or pressure. What really matters is how you respond. When you respond with transparency and invite collaboration, you plant the seeds of trust. And when those seeds grow, they form a sturdy forest where people find peace, even in the storm. The next step is encouraging contribution. The most dangerous thing in any organization is silence born from fear of being wrong. When you listen to small voices, you not only solve problems better, but also empower each person to feel that they matter. It's like how God invites humans to join his work, not because he needs help, but because people need to find their value in collaboration. When every member feels their voice carries weight, they will work with the mindset of an owner, not just an employee. Finally, don't forget to celebrate victories, no matter how small. After the crisis, when Simon and his team landed just a small contract, he stood up in the meeting and applauded first. The entire room stood with him. It wasn't just a celebration, it was a reminder. We are moving forward. In that moment, everyone felt they belonged to something bigger than themselves. They weren't just working for a paycheck, but for pride and honor. A culture of trust and collaboration doesn't happen by chance. It's built from transparency, listening, and small but sincere moments of celebration. Just as God created man from dust, but breathed life into him, we too have the responsibility to breathe trust and hope into our teams. If you are leading a team, or simply want to be a reliable companion in any group, share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a moment where silence, transparency, or a small celebration changed everything? I want to hear your story. Number 4, focus on what you can control. There's a truth we all eventually have to accept. The world is full of change, and uncertainty is always present. You can't control the rain outside the window, the judgmental looks from others, or the fluctuations of the market. But you can control how you respond. The difference between a calm mind and a panicked one lies in knowing where to focus on what you can control. In an important meeting, people often get caught up in the boss's gaze, the critical eyes of colleagues, or harsh comments from partners. But imagine someone sitting upright, hands resting lightly on the table, eyes calm, neither avoiding nor confronting. They don't over-explain, don't seek validation. They focus on one thing only, solving the problem in the best way they can control. That silence isn't weakness. It's a quiet but powerful declaration of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you stop and truly absorb this, you'll see that most of your anxiety comes from trying to hold on to things beyond your control. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do right now to take one small step forward? That simple question pulls you out of the spiral of anxiety and grounds you. A classic example is Angela Merkel, former Chancellor of Germany. During economic crises or the migration crisis, she never let emotion take over in front of the press. She sat upright, spoke calmly, and kept repeating the few things she and her government could do. Public criticism was loud and harsh, but she never got pulled into it. She spent her energy preparing backup plans, constantly working with her team to adjust strategies. She knew complaining or worrying about others' reactions solved nothing. She focused on what she could control. That calmness earned her respect and credibility. Likewise, you need to learn to adjust your perspective. Practicing gratitude helps you realize you already have valuable things: health, opportunities, and supporters around you. Once you see that, your mind stops wasting energy on meaningless distractions. From there, you can proactively adapt, anticipate challenges, and prepare backup plans, not out of fear, but to move forward with confidence. Before we move on to the next tip, can I ask you for a small favor? If you're enjoying what you've learned, and maybe even smiling right now, hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe as well. Why? Because when you like and subscribe, you're telling YouTube this content is worth sharing, and that helps spread these positive messages to more people who might need a little lift, just like you. So let's spread that positivity and make sure more people can join us on this journey of self-improvement and growth. Now, let's move on to the next key point: how to keep learning and adapting, a crucial factor in staying calm and focused